Hello, Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. Do you notice the way when I lifted it up, I was careful not to hit my red frog glass because so nervous I'll knock it off. Never fear if I do because I've got another one. I've got two of them. Should put them both up, one either side. Anyways, hello, it's Monday. Monday is tips day. I got some tips. I got some from Brice and I got some from Beau. I say some, I don't really know if it's 1, 2 or 3 because I haven't read them, as always. What I do is they send them to me. I take my glasses off because I'm blind as a bat without my glasses on. And I copy paste them. I can just about work out doing that. Put it on a piece of paper, print it, bring them in here, and they're ready to go. So if they're rubbish, if they're great, brilliant. We'll find out. And I've also got some on hand in case they're not very long. So you never know. But it looks like there's a decent amount of writing. So let's get to it. This week's tips. First off, Brice. All right, Brice. Brice looks like he has a couple. All right. Hi, Mick. Thanks for all your content. We actually met for 2 seconds in Amber Cove on the New Year's cruise on the Magic this year. I asked you about your Red Frog shirt. Didn't realize it was you till later because you weren't wearing a suit. Ah! Did I meet you at the restrooms? By the cabana? I think that's where it was. I met a man at a restroom. If it was you. I think it was. I think we had a little chat because there's a line and we were waiting. Apologies if that wasn't you, Brice. But you sent me some tips. All right, here's my tips. Number 1, if you are cruising with friends and especially in cruise groups with strangers, don't tell anyone your room number unless you really mean it, as it could turn out bad. Pranks, unwelcome visitors, brackets, we have never done this. My obvious conclusion to that, Brice, is if you came up with the idea, there must be some reason for the idea. And I don't think I'm necessarily buying that A, you didn't ever do it. That's possible. That's possible. But B, you must know somebody that's done it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be bringing that up. Because is there anything anybody's really thought about? If you're running through your head and thinking of tips to send for a Carnival Tips program like this, who would think of that if they didn't already know of it to either have happened or be thinking about maybe doing it? Is that a warning, Brice, that if we cruise again, not me to tell you my cabin number? But I get it. You want to keep things secret, although it wouldn't be that hard for people to follow you. You know? Then they could do a prank. Yeah. Good start though, ish. Not going to say it's the best tip I've ever seen, Brice, but I get it. I get it. You don't want anybody messing around. Now, it's like people that put their decorations on the door. Why do people take them? Ask Dave and Sam about that. When they went to Europe, put really nice decorations from London, no less, on the door, and some took them. Why would you do that? Why? I could ask why people bring ducks on ships, but I don't do that, do I? Because I respect that. I don't respect people taking things off of doors. You know, those ducks, by the way, I get it, people love the ducks. But I think we need to start putting a limit on them. I see people, one person, just hear me out, duck people, because I'm not complaining about the ducks, you know, in a massive way. I'm just making a point here. Don't bring 50 ducks to put out on the ship. Because you're not the only one bringing ducks now. Everybody brings ducks. It was like nobody used to go to Jack Shack. Now everybody goes to Jack Shack. I'm proposing here and now a limit on the number of ducks you can bring on. It's kind of like you can bring a dozen cans of soda or 1 bottle of wine each. I'm going to go 1 duck each is all you're allowed to bring on board. 1 duck per person. 1 duck. Everywhere I turn, there's a duck. Bring the ducks. Have fun with the ducks. But it's too many, in my opinion. Sorry, duck lovers. Duck does taste good, though. If you ever go to Chipang on Celebration or Mardi Gras upcoming Jubilee, pay a little bit extra and get the duck. Oh, it's good. It's good. Sorry, duck lovers again. I'm going on the Venezia coming up, and somebody posted on the Venezia page that they showed the duck they're bringing. And it's a Statue of Liberty duck, and it's green with a yellow beak. And anybody that knows me knows my hatred of anything green and yellow. It's a football thing. Soccer to you Americans, football to the rest of the world. My local rival's playing green and yellow. So I can guarantee I will not be picking up that duck if I find it. Anyway, sorry Brice, I'm getting away from you. I go off on tangents. What do you want from me? Number 2. Brice sent 2. Number 2. Bring a change of clothes along in your carry-on in case you need nice dinner clothes and your checked luggage arrives late. Good. That is a good one. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's a lot better than the first one, Brice. But not that your first one was bad. Just a bit confusing. Anyways, yes, and that has burned a lot of people a lot of times. It is why they do typically relax the rules on the first day. And I will give you a total case in point on where it came into play one time with yours truly. We were on the Miracle on my friend Jeff's birthday cruise, his 50th birthday cruise, so about 6-7 years ago now. And we had steak dinner. And as you may know, in the steakhouse, you are not allowed to wear shorts or short sleeve or tank tops, but supposed to wear long pants and stuff. So, but on night 1, it's supposed to be more relaxed, but still no shorts. So when I go on a cruise, I have a lot of outfits now that have a daytime and a nighttime one, because I try and confuse people. So I have a short sleeve version and a long sleeve at night. For example, I have a leopard one, I have a zebra one, I have a lot like a sunset one. I got a lot where there's the same suit but just different day to night. So anyway, so we're on the ship, and I think I had forget which one it was, it doesn't matter. But I had a short sleeve one on, and my bag didn't arrive. And I was telling everybody, won't be a problem, it's the first night, they'll let me in, no big deal. And I was like, do you know who I am? I'm Diamond. I didn't say that. But I did think it maybe a little bit, they're not going to stop me. So I go to get in, they wouldn't let me in. Even though my bag hadn't arrived, and it was the first night, they would not let me into the steakhouse. And I had a suit. It just happened to have shorts and short sleeves, but it was a suit. I had to go eat dinner in the dining room on my own, and this is in the days when we didn't do your time, so we had one big table every night. So we had a table, there's like 10 of us, I think. So we had a table for 10, and 9 of us were in the steakhouse, and one of us was sat around this table for 10 in a short sleeve suit on the first day of a cruise on his own. Yes, I got some looks. I still do, but not like I did that day. But yeah, and I'll double down on that. It's a slightly similar, and I've said this a lot. Remember, on the last night of the cruise, keep a bag back to put your clothes that you wear on the last night. Because if you put your bags out the door and they pick them up and you get back in the room and you're wearing clothes on the last night, where are you going to put them? You come back from the comedy club or whatever at 11 o'clock at night and the bags are gone and you got nowhere to put them. So remember that too. But very good. Very good one, Brice. I like that one. Bring a change of clothes along in your carry-on in case you need nice dinner clothes. Mine were nice, just apparently not nice enough. And your check bag arrives late. Keep them coming, Brice. I give you a hard time on the first one, but don't worry. I love it. Keep sending them. Dave, if I allow Dave to keep sending them, you can keep sending them whenever you want. That's all I'm saying. All right, I got one from my good friend Beau. We will be cruising together again on the Vista coming up in December. Cruise tip, bring earplugs. I prefer the musician ones for deck parties, etc. I work in live sound safety and have measured many carnival events at 15 minutes or less safe exposure time. If you have small children, they especially need them as it can easily cause permanent hearing damage. If you can't hear someone speaking next to you, it's too loud for your toddler. As people will attest on these, I don't want to say child tips or tips that refer to children. I am not a very good one to comment because I don't have children myself. I will say this, I totally get that. I still am a DJ as well as doing what I do here now. And I never really had a hearing problem because I realized I was standing behind the speakers when I DJ'd with all the people in front. So all the wedding vendors would walk around with earplugs in. I'm like, why are you wearing those earplugs? It was because it was kind of loud. Now, you see these charts on decibels, and I do know a little bit about that from my DJing time. You've got to be very careful when people give decibel readings, and hopefully Beau will agree with me on this one. very misleading, because you'll go to a venue and they'll say the decibel limit is, say, 55 decibels, 75 decibels, 85 decibels, whatever they say it is, right? You've got to understand that it's 55 decibels, but from where? Like when we were doing weddings and they said 55 decibels was the limit, that was from the edge of the property. Because we're speaking right now at 55 to 60 decibels, right? So, but we're close up. When you're right next to somebody, that's the volume. So, you know, be a little bit careful when you read decibel readings, because that depends on where you're from. If you're on the outskirts of the ship, but you're a distance away from the speakers, obviously it gets a bit quieter. So that's about the only educational thing I'll probably ever say on this. But yeah, so thank you, Beau. If you can't hear someone speaking next to you, it's too loud for your toddler. I would sometimes say I can't hear anybody speak anyway, because I've had that 14 drinks of cheers and I can't really hear what they're saying. But yeah, good call. I would also imagine not having kids. Good luck keeping earplugs in a toddler's ears. How's that for food for thought? If I was a kid with my ADD, I'd be pulling that thing out as soon as you try to put it in me. Next thing you know, I'm crying because I don't want people putting stuff in my ears, and then you're taking me to bed early. So maybe I don't agree with Beau's tip for that aspect. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, all right. 3 tips. I don't think I even need to give mine this week. And I had some on standby, but I did waffle on a little bit in between. But we got there eventually on all of them, so that's good. 3 tips. Send me yours, because quite frankly, I'm running out. I happen to know what week these are going to go out, because normally I pre-record these, and the next one is going to go out. This one is going to go out on, I'm working out the days now, the 16th of July, if that's a Monday. I think it is. That's twice I've had to do math on this video, and twice I've probably failed. But around about then is when that's going out. And then I'm going to do one for the 23rd or whatever 7 days after that is. And then I haven't got any. Then I need yours. Because there's only so many tips. I've been doing this for 14 months now. And it's not easy. I don't want to start repeating myself. I probably have many times. But if I can avoid it, I'm not going to. So send me your tips. Email is coming up at the end of this. I'll read yours out and I'll be nice. I was nice about Brice's first one. It's a bit weird, I'm not going to lie, but not a judgmental person. Keep them coming, Brice, that's what I say. If you have any questions, let me know. Send me your tips, send me your cruising traditions, and subscribe. Hit that little bell and you'll get notifications when I put these videos out, and they come out quite regularly. So get them. And with that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, Mick, at elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.